Hello, my name is Austin Schutzley. I'm a double major in entrepreneurship and marketing or management. My expected graduation date is either fall of 2022 or spring of 2023. Uh, so for the second part to our exam number 3, we are to create an aggregate demand, aggregate supply graph of the U.S. economy. We have to place the U.S. curve somewhere along the long run aggregate supply curve and the short run. So what I'm actually doing is I'm showing our aggregate demand here. So first we're going to do our two axes, price level, and then real GDP will be our Y. Our price level will be our X. Then we'll have a downward sloping aggregate demand curve labeled AD and an upward sloping short run aggregate supply curve labeled SRAS for short run aggregate supply. So those two meeting the aggregate demand and the short run aggregate supply is going to create an equilibrium right here in the middle. So that's going to be the equilibrium price level and the equilibrium output. A vertical long run aggregate supply curve labeled LARS should be vertical at the full employment output. The place of the LARS curve will depend on whether the economy is at an output gap or in a long run equilibrium. For example, I am placing the long run aggregate supply here to the right of the equilibrium, which will show a recession in real GDP. And as it will also, if it were on the left side, it would show an increase in real GDP. Some helpful reminders for the AD and AS model. Label them as best you can, not the interior. The placement of the LRAS, which is the long run aggregate supply, gives important information about the state of the economy. For example, like I said earlier, since I am placing it, it's a little backwards here, but since I am placing it to the right of the equilibrium output, then the economy is in recession, just like I said earlier.